All right, let's talk about doler. So doler means to hurt or to ache, and it's like gustar in the fact that you're going to use it with indirect object pronouns, and then it's going to have just the two forms. And in that case, because it is a stem changer, those two forms are duele and duelen. Okay, so here we're going to look at how we would use both the indirect object pronouns and the two forms duele and duelen. Okay, so let's look here. It says me duele el estómago. So that would be translated as my stomach hurts. Okay, te duele la garganta. And this one's a question, so it's does your throat hurt? Le duele la cabeza. Now this could be his head hurts, her head hurts, or your formal head hurts. Okay, so just depends on that. Here we have me duelen los pies. Okay, do you remember that one? We talked about it. I said you're going to have trouble pronouncing this word. Do you remember what it means? Okay, hopefully you said feet. And this would be my feet hurt. Okay, te duelen las piernas. That would be your informal legs hurt. Here we have another question. Le duelen los brazos. And again, this is a question, so it could be do his arms hurt, or do her arms hurt, or do your formal arms hurt. Okay, so when you're using doler, which is to hurt or to ache, and again, any of these could be translated as ache as well. You're going to be using the indirect object pronouns, and we have most of them here. You would have also nos and les for the plural if you needed it. And then you have the two forms, duele and duelen. Okay, we're going to be doing two exercises today, one with doler, and then also one with Sentirse, which was in the other video before I had technical complications. Okay, let's go ahead and look at this one though on page 336, so page 336. We're going to be looking at exercise 18, so 18. Okay. It says, completa las oraciones con la forma apropiada del verbo doler y los partes del cuerpo que corresponden. Okay, so complete the sentences with the appropriate form of the verb doler and the parts of the body that correspond. Okay, so let's look here at number 1. You don't have to write the whole sentence, they have it written there. So we're just going to be writing an indirect object pronoun, and then we're going to be writing either duele or duelen, and then we're going to be writing a body part. Okay, and the body parts, there's a really good picture of the body parts here on the previous page. So if you turn back a page to page 335, page 335, there's a really good picture there of the body parts. Okay, if you get stuck on those. Okay, and they're also in your vocabulary. Okay, but let's go ahead and look at número 1. It says cuando leo demasiado. So when I read too much. Okay, so you notice that we're using the yo form. So what indirect object pronoun do you think we should use? Hopefully you said me. Okay, so on your paper you should be putting me, me. And then if you read too much, what part of your body do you think might hurt? Look back at 335. Hopefully you said eyes. Do you see eyes on there? Okay. Now it says el ojo, so we're going to have to make this plural because you don't read with just one eye. Okay. So since it's plural, we're going to be using duelen. So D-U-E-L-E-N. And then me duelen, and then we're going to say eyes. Los ojos. Okay. Me duelen los ojos. Okay. Número 2. So cuando mi papá corre mucho. So when my dad runs a lot. Okay. What do you think would hurt if you ran a lot? Okay. Hopefully you said legs. So we're going to be looking, what's the word for legs? Okay, yep. And again, we're going to have to make it plural, so it's going to be las piernas. Okay, but if we're talking about dad, which indirect object pronoun would you use for dad? Okay, hopefully you said le. And again, we're talking about legs, so we're going to be using duelen. Okay, so you should have le, duelen, and the word for legs, we're going to making it plural, so it's going to be las piernas. So le duelen las piernas. Okay, número 3. Si como helado muy rápido. Okay, so if I eat ice cream very fast, what do you think would hurt if you ate ice cream very fast? Okay, hopefully you said el estómago, right? Okay, and again, this is if I eat. So what indirect object pronoun will be using? Hopefully you said me. Okay, and again, you only have one stomach, so you're going to be putting me duele el estómago. Kind of convenient that it's right there, right? Me duele el estómago. Okay. All right, número 4. Cuando voy al dentista. Okay. So when I go to the dentist, okay. This is going to be my mouth hurts. Okay. So again, we're using I, so we're going to be putting me. You only have one mouth, so you're going to be using duele, right? So me duele, and the word for mouth is la boca, B-O-C-A. So me duele la boca. Okay. Número 5. Cuando Brenda levanta pesas. So when Brenda lifts weights. Now this could be several things. We're going to go ahead and use one that we haven't used so far, and that's arms. Okay. So since it's Brenda, we're going to use the le. And since we're talking about arms, we're going to say duelen. Okay. So le duelen. And then here we have also the word for arms, los brazos. Okay, so le duelen los brazos. When Brenda lifts weights, her arms hurt. Okay. Número 6 es cuando estoy resfriado or resfriada. So again, if you're a boy, you're going to put resfriado, and if you're a girl, you're going to put resfriada. So this is when I have a cold. Now again, there'll be a couple of options. Lots of things hurt when you have a cold, right? It could be lots of things. Okay, but again, we're going to use the me. Okay, me, and then you could say me duele. Okay, you could say la garganta, for example. My throat hurts. Okay, if you wanted to say that your nose hurts, you would again say me duele la nariz. Okay, so there are a couple different options that you could put there. Hopefully that helps you with number 18. Okay, let's go ahead and turn to page 348, so page 348. We're going to do a couple exercises with Sentirse, okay, which was in the previous video. I explained the conjugation. We're going to be on page 348. We're going to look at exercise 1 here about Sentirse, okay? It says, explica cómo se sienten todos después de la feria de deportes del colegio. Use la forma correcta de sentirse. Okay, so we're talking about how these people feel, right? Okay, you're going to be writing a sentence. They give us the subject, and in número 1, it's el profesor Santana. Okay, so that's going to be the first thing you're going to write on your paper, el profesor Santana. And then we're going to be using a reflexive pronoun. So since it's he, we're going to say, right? El profesor Santana say. Okay. And then since it's he, we're again going to use siente. Okay. El profesor Santana se siente, and it tells us that he feels tired. So you're going to put cansado. Okay, so you should have el profesor Santana se siente cansado. Okay, número 2, yo, and you have bien. So your subject should be yo, and then what reflexive pronoun goes with yo? Hopefully you said me. Okay, me, yo me, and then what form of sentirse would you be using? siento. So you should have yo me siento, and then it tells you that you would say, I feel fine. Okay, bien. Okay, yo me siento bien. Número 3, we have Rogelio, so that's going to be your subject, Rogelio. What reflexive pronoun goes with Rogelio? Hopefully you said se. So you should have Rogelio se. And then we are going to have siente again, just like we had in numero uno. So Rogelio se siente, and they tell us that he feels horrible, horrible. So you have Rogelio se siente horrible. Okay. Número 4, you have Sandra y Claudia. So you should write Sandra y Claudia. And you should have se, S-E. Make sure you just make it se. And then we have how they feel. So you should have sienten, sienten. And they feel excelente. This adjective, though, has to become plural. So you need to have Sandra y Claudia se sienten excelentes. Make sure you make it plural. All right. Número 5, your pronoun is tú. And you should have te. So tú, te. What form of sentir? You're going to have sientes. And then it tells us they feel bad. Muy mal. All right. Tú te sientes muy mal. Número 6, we have nosotros. What reflexive pronoun we'll be using with nosotros? Hopefully you said nos. Nosotros, nos, and then remember this one doesn't stem change, so it's sentimos. So nosotros nos sentimos muy bien. We feel very well, or we feel very fine. Okay. Then you should have número 7, ellos. Oh, I'm sorry, it says Perico y have. Okay, so Perico y have. And then you should have the reflexive pronoun. Hopefully you said se. Sienten. Make sure it's sienten mal. So they don't feel well. Perico y have se sienten mal. Okay. All right, I would like you to go ahead and take the second exercise. It's doing the same thing. Go ahead and pick any 2 out of that second exercise there, where the number 2 right below here, and do any 2 from there that you would like. Just make sure you type the correct number so I know I'm looking at the right one. Okay? All right. Hope you all understand that. If you have any questions, be sure to email me.